Hey, I bet you didn't think I was gonna actually do a thing I said I'm gonna do. Because I'm usually so goddamn lazy, but shows what you know. Anyway, let's watch someone else's video. Wait, don't go. Seriously, it's really good. And I think he's funny, so you might too. Some of you will have heard of him, Edindro, aka Hookpig. He usually makes very sardonic, vaguely political videos, but he's branching out into quote unquote science. So I want to encourage him to do more by sending you all to harass him. So go do that. Link in the description. But watch his video here first, because I deserve something out of this. How generous I'm being letting him make content for me. Right, go.
But I'm really hoping that flat earthers never find this, because I don't want to talk to them. And believe it or not, they're actually not very good conversationalists. They don't really talk about much else. And on the rare occasion that they're talking about anything else, it's fake moon landings, vaccines make you retarded, fucking, I don't know, lizard people. I've never really talked to one for that long, honestly. But today we're going to do a video about Flat Earth. We're going to look at a Jubilee video. Jubilee is a channel that, unlike some of the other channels that we look at, I'd actually recommend. They're kind of fun to watch, kind of cool videos. And it's a video where Flat Earthers go head-to-head with scientists. What a match. So basically, you've got three people who have dedicated their entire life to figuring out the way the world works and everything via science. And then you've got three other people who have spent the last couple of years watching YouTube videos. So who do you think's gonna win? Throw me a comment and tell me what you think.
I'm Jim Underdown, Executive Director of the Center for Inquiry West in Los Angeles and the Chair of the CFI Investigations Group.
I'm Spencer Marks, one of the senior members of the CFI Investigations Group, Science Advocate.
I'm a theoretical physicist, and I'm with the University of Irvine.
Theoretical physicist? Are you kidding me? You couldn't get an actual physicist? You only got one in theory? What? You're going to have to come harder than that, globetards.
I'm Wendell Walton. I'm a Chief Learning Officer for a young startup.
Oh, look at that. A real job. Chief Learning Officer at a young startup. That's respectable. Unlike some guy who just sits around theorizing about maybe being a physicist.
I'm Shelley Lewis. I'm a graduate of West Point, critical thinker, and jumped out of airplanes.
Boom! She jumped out of a fucking airplane. Nerds. Any of you nerds jumped out of a fucking airplane? I bet not, because you're pussies. Pussies! And she's a critical thinker. That's fucking hot, man.
My name is Dan Glatman. I work as Dan the Waterman in the drinking water filtration industry, and I'm a truth seeker.
Dan the Waterman observed his fatherland from the mountains to the sea. While seeking truth like a super sleuth, he said, "Shit looks flat to me." I wrote that.
Only step forward if this is true for you. I believe the earth was created by a higher power.
Uh-oh, Dan doesn't believe in God. That's a big hit to his credibility. Maybe he thinks he is God. Maybe we should be thankful he hasn't poisoned the water supply yet.
The Bible is a flat earth book. You have to take it literally. Like, for example, in Isaiah, when it talks about how the earth is like a clay wax seal that's stamped with upturned edges, that's just not some fancy story. That's a simile. It is like.
It's impossible to argue against that. That's what I've concluded.
Right? Absolutely. And in Isaiah talks about too, and I'm a Christian, he who sits upon the circle of the earth. There's a difference between a circle and a ball.
Critical thinker. See? Critical thinker. A circle is not a ball. A circle is not a ball. You're going to argue with God? Who the fuck do you think you are? You're going to argue with God.
Those are religious books. Those are not books of science. And it is wrong to infer or deduct scientific readings out of those books.
Dude, bro, I'm not here to talk down to you or anything, but like, seeing as you're only theoretically a physicist, you better watch out talking like that, because you're gonna go to hell, man. And hell hurts. Okay, anyway, let's get past this part.
I didn't start out, and no one starts out as a flat earther, but I had a lot of questions. So I actually got to the point where I had to go out and put my own eyeballs on it. So we went out to an observation at Salton Sea, and things just didn't add up down there. So we've gone back probably a dozen times, and I can guarantee you that there is no curvature over distance.
Wendell went to the beach.
The internet has played an important role in confirming my view of this topic.
That's the problem.
What an arrogant asshole. What, you don't watch YouTube? You don't get your information on YouTube? Don't talk to my audience. I got these little fuckers eating out of the palm of my hands. They believe everything I say. I haven't made a single argument this entire video, and I won't. But they'll believe anything I say. They're on my side, no matter what. You fucking lose, you fucking Poindexter nerd. Why don't you watch some YouTube videos? Maybe you can figure out how to be a factual physicist instead of just a theoretical one, you fucking loser. It's the only joke I have through this whole video is the physicist thing. I'll cut this out.
Well, we have the advantage of information today that's outside of channels 2, 4, and 7 and the few networks that are corporately owned.
Corporations.
It's pretty easy to say YouTube isn't research, but when you spend enough time, you're picking up quite a bit.
Quite a bit. That's an understatement. You pick up a lot from watching YouTube videos over time. Have you heard of these little kids with just full black eyes, right? Little demonic kids. Reports have said that they will show up at your door asking to come in or to use your phone, trying anything to get inside your house. And if you let them in, you're never heard from again. Why do you watch this?
What are we hoping to get from the discussion today?
I'm hoping to be able to tell our side of the story from the inside out. So many times, flat earthers are depicted from the outside in, and I want to be able to share with others empirical data that proves the earth is not what we've been told.
Empirical data. See, I don't know what more you need. The government are liars. God said the earth is flat. Politicians and scientists are in league with the devil, all of them, all over the world. Shelley jumps out of airplanes and Wendell went to the beach. Maybe if you believed in God, maybe if you didn't trust whatever the government tells you, maybe if you didn't trust whatever corporations want you to believe, maybe if you weren't so pussy, you'd jump out of an airplane once in a while. Maybe if you weren't such a delicate little bitch afraid to get sunburned, you'd go to the beach and just look out on the ocean, and then you'd know that you've been lied to. But these people are brave enough to have actually done all those things. They represent the true voice of America. Don't ever trust people in power. Don't ever trust people with an education. Don't ever trust people who don't blindly believe in an invisible man that created everything and will send you to hell if you're bad.
I went into this completely wanting it to be true. And my husband told me, he saw this thing about the fake moon landing. And I was like, you're absolutely crazy. There's no way that the moon landings are fake. And then in 2010, my husband was killed. And so I never really developed that until around 2014 when Flat Earth kind of came back up.
Do you think that if you were married to someone who was into conspiracy theories and then that someone was killed, that it might trigger some sort of deep longing, desire to apply meaning to that person's life or death, and that maybe that might lead you down a rabbit hole where reason comes second to personal validation? Nah, man, that shit's flat. I seen the horizon.
How many lies does it take to make a liar, right?
Exactly. How many lies does it take to make a liar? Billions and billions of lies over the course of 2,000 years, millions of people telling the same lie for, why would they do that? Okay, I just looked it up. It's to hide God from us. They found proof of God and now they need to hide it from us. So, I mean, That's a relief, because I was starting to get doubtful.
And being ridiculed for being inquisitive is pretty tough on us.
Yeah, I mean, I understand being ridiculed for being wrong, but just for being inquisitive? I mean, you have to come up with real facts to prove the Earth is round if you're going to criticize people like us for being wrong. But until the day you can prove it, don't show me any of that evidence. You know, I don't want to listen to NASA. I don't want to listen to scientists. I don't want to listen to the government. Don't show me any of that. But if otherwise you can prove that the Earth is round, then I'm listening. I'm listening.
Show me a globe spinning with clouds and a moon. Show me home, and I think I could shut up easily. I think I could shut up. New ideas have limited access to media and limited exposure. Until we're in university curriculums, we will continue to appear uneducated.
Of course flat earthers look stupid. We don't teach it to kids. We don't teach kids that the Earth is flat, and until we do that, you're going to keep thinking we're stupid. It's a goddamn conspiracy, and it's pissing me off.
As a matter of fact, all U.S. Air Force photography prior to 1958 shows a flat Earth. Only NASA shows
That's
a
not
sphere.
true.
That's
That is absolutely not
true,
true.
Jim. I wouldn't lie to you.
Dan the Waterman would never lie to you. He promised. So I think that pretty much wraps it up. Case in point, the Earth is flat. So I think this was a pretty great video. I think it was really well done on my part. I think I made a lot of good arguments. Definitely not a waste of anybody's time. Everybody should watch this.
Yes, they should. And more importantly, they should buy my merch, because I'm pretty sure I won't be monetizing this shit. Not that I won't try. Anyway, yeah, go subscribe to him. Tell him to do more of this. I like it. Also, I swear to God, these Wednesday videos aren't always going to be something like this. I'm actually going to make proper content, but I wanted to put this video out because I like it. Alright? Sue me. Anyway, see you next time.